You just see a picture. Olivia, I am here. Hi. What's with this hair? Why? It's like crab claw hair. All right, let's make adjustments. All right. Let me get this in. Whoa. Come on, crazy camera. Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm going to do a quick little matcha Japanese green tea taste test before I pick up my son from school. So, hi, everybody. Everybody's from everywhere. Everywhere. Hello. Okay. So, today I've got a few just little treats that I've been collecting, and it's time to eat them. So, the first thing I'm going to try, I have to get out of my freezer. Be right back. Hi, back. So, this is it. It looks a little bit like a, I don't know, some kind of puree, but it's not. It's not pesto. It's this. So, my friends over at Tabi Eat sent this to me, Shinichi and Satoshi. They sent this to me, and this is a much better picture of what I'm going to be eating. This is instant matcha ice cream. So, in here we have 4 little groups of matcha flavored ice cream mix, and this is from Uji City, which is part of Tokyo, Kyoto. Very famous for their delicious green tea, matcha. Matcha is green tea that has been pulverized into a very fine powder and is used in the tea ceremony. So you add, I just added this to 50 mils of milk, which is not very much milk at all, just that much. This is one of those tiny Ziploc containers. And we stirred it around for 2 minutes, and then I put this in the freezer. And it looks like frozen basil. I mean, pesto. Why am I calling this basil? This doesn't look like basil at all. It looks like pesto. Much darker green than I sort of expected. Matcha green tea flavor is really popular flavor in Japan of ice cream. Love it. It's hard to find here in the US, but at least you can find it. So this is pretty hard, actually. Let me get a spoon. Hello from Hawaii. Hello, Hawaii. I hope to visit Hawaii sometime soon. Okay, so this is pretty hard. I'm gonna let this warm up a little bit before I try it. So, instant ice cream. No! So while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna try this. And these are Macadamia by Meiji. And I love the milk chocolate version of these. They're just chocolates with macadamia nuts in the middle. This time it is green tea as opposed to chocolate. New to me, and part of the experience of why I like these chocolates so much is this part here, this opening. Ready? So that's obviously not the candy, but beneath this is the candy. All right, there we go. There we go. There are the little macadamia nut candies, and they're beautiful. And I bought this at my H Mart, and it was, I think, about $3. Not exactly cheap for how many you get. How many are in here? I think 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't count upside down. 9. There were 3. 1. See, just 1 for me. Oh my goodness. All right, so there you go. There is a macadamia, matcha flavored macadamia. All right, let's give that a taste. Itadakimasu. Delicious. If you love matcha, you'll like this. Actually, the matcha flavor is not as strong as I would like. I really like when the matcha flavor is really strong. This, at first you get kind of a taste of sweetness, a little bit of kind of vanilla, and the texture is quite nice. It's just like milk chocolate, very melty, like white chocolate. And of course you've got the beautiful macadamia nut in the middle, which is rich and has a nice kind of crunch to it. Trying to describe the crunch. It's a crunch that's unique to macadamia nuts. Actually, it's a little bit like Brazil nuts, but love macadamia nuts. And that's quite nice. I think I still like the chocolate better. Maybe it's because this matcha flavor isn't that strong. Maybe. I think that's why. But still pretty stinking tasty. Clean up, pick up, put away. All right, let's try the ice cream. So my ice cream has now been sitting here for a couple of minutes, and it looks pretty icy, if you ask me. And I'm scooping it, and oh, okay. It does look a bit icy. I mean, this is whole milk right here. And as I'm scooping it, it looks a little creamier, but it sounds icy. You know, icy, when it sounds icy, it kind of has that scratchy sound. There it is. Nice green color though, nice and vivid. Smells kind of milky. Yes, I did make that ice cream, Zoe. If you've missed it, I was talking about this earlier. This is an ice cream mix, instant ice cream mix that comes in a little tube that you add to 50 mils of milk. And this is what you get after you let it freeze. All right, here we go. Now this has a great matcha flavor. Initially, you get kind of this whipped cream kind of feeling in your mouth, like it kind of coats your tongue and it's rich and creamy and milky. And then you get the matcha flavor, which is a little bit slightly bitter in a good way, grassy, and not overly sweet at all, which I really like. The macadamias, cookies, I can't speak today. The macadamia candies were pretty sweet. This, on the other hand, is not. Hey Ken, thanks so much. I should be an Iron Chef judge. Only if it was like classic Iron Chef. That used to be my favorite. My brother and I used to watch it late at night and loved the old school Iron Chef when it was all in Japanese. Of course, I couldn't be on that show because I don't speak Japanese, so that instantly disqualifies me. All right, but I love that show, like the original with Sato-san, and I love that show. All right. Only the original. I don't like Iron Chef America, USA. I love Alton Brown, and all right, let's get back to this. Nick Speed, thank you. You scrolled so far I couldn't see you, but thank you for being a super chatter. All right, back to this. What was I saying about this? Oh yes, one thing I found that I don't like so much of this, it kind of has that whipped creamy kind of coat the tongue-ness to it in terms of mouthfeel, and it's icy. I don't really like my ice cream icy. Like when you crunch it, you can feel the little ice crystals in there. It's not creamy. I'm gonna let this sit out a little bit longer and maybe it'll be a little bit creamier. Somehow I doubt that, but possibly. But the flavor is really good though. Especially since it was instant. But when I made this, the first thing I said that any American would probably complain about the size of this portion because this is a really tiny cup. I don't know. Can you see how small this is? This is a really tiny portion of ice cream, and I think most people would finish this in just a couple of bites. But in Japan, things are just scaled a little bit smaller. People have, I think, that expectation that desserts are going to be a little bit smaller. Portions are just smaller in general. Yeah. Still pretty tasty though. So, I've had the macadamia, I've had the ice cream. Now I'm going to have a classic. I'm going to have this. Actually, I haven't had these in a long time. And these are matcha flavored Pocky Sticks. Pocky Sticks, I used to call these Pocky until I moved to Japan, and they call them Pocky there. Love these things. These are kind of great because the sticks themselves are supposed to be maki. Why can't I speak today? The sticks are supposed to be matcha flavored too. Alright, let's see. It's okay, so we have 2 inside. And it says very clearly that I should open this. Oh, this opens the way I like them to open. Look at this. This is so sexy. Okay, do you see that little notch right there? Notch. So this is how you open this. You go, yes. And there are sticks. I think there are probably, I don't know, maybe a dozen in there. And wing, there is the beautiful pokey stick. And the stick itself has a slight green color to it. How does it smell? Sweet. Not really vanilla, but sweet. Kind of like an ice cream shop. All right, let's give that a go. Here you go. That's kind of disappointing. Maybe because I just had that ice cream, which had a lot of matcha flavor to it. This seems like it doesn't taste like matcha at all. Hardly. I think if I was blindfolded, I would have no idea this is matcha. Pokey, yeah, but not matcha. I mean, part of my love for pokey is the texture. So when you bite into it, it kind of goes pop. Like that. That sounds silly, but that's distinctively pokey. Like you have some other ones and they might not snap as well or as familiarly as pokey does. But yeah, that's disappointing. It doesn't taste like it does taste like pokey, but it doesn't taste like matcha to me at all. I have a sip of tea because I happen to have it with me. Look, it's my new tea mug. Wendell Gillian Museum. He carved birds up in Maine. Yep. Tea makes any cookie better, in my opinion. This is just black tea. I don't know if you can see it. Yep, there's no sugar in there or anything. Just plain old boring black tea. Delicious. Okay. So my last matcha treat, I have this one. And this was also sent to me by Shinichi and Satoshi. And this is Blendy, a very popular brand in Japan. They make all kinds of drinks, coffee drinks, and such. I do like Zoe, Chinese green tea. Very different than Japanese green tea, but I do like it. And this is interesting because you can make it pretty much instantly. It comes in these little kind of like coffee creamer containers, and then you can add it to milk, and that's nice. So let's do that. Oh, you can make, and it looks like you can make kakigori too, which is shaved ice, which I've been meaning to make. That recipe will come at some point because I have a really cool gadget to make shaved ice. Shaved ice or snow cones, I don't know. I have to test it out. Hopefully it'll shave it really finely. That's my plan. But I'm going to be making a matcha version, I think. A matcha one, and I think like a sweet milk flavor too. So I'm excited to try this. I don't think I've ever had an iced milk latte green tea flavor before, ever. So I don't really know what this is going to be like. I mean, I can imagine it, but I've never actually had it. So, oops. Wow. So, how many do you think are in this package? 4. Just 4 of these little blendy packs. Oh, let me show you on this side. So it says portion tea. Interesting. And there it is. It looks just like one of those little coffee creamer cups, you know? And milk. I know, don't worry. I'm lactose intolerant, but I've got rice milk. See, rice milk is okay. I can have milk, but I just can't have too much of it because it gives me gas. I know, TMI, right? But ice cream, luckily, I don't seem to be troubled by. most of the time. But if I know I'm going to consume milk, I can take a lactase, which is a lactose enzyme, which helps me digest it, and I don't have any problems. Okay. So back to this. So you flip this little thing down, and then exposes this, and then you go like that. I mean, oh, okay. Whoa, there is the matcha elixir. There it is. It's pretty dark. Ooh, it smells like, it smells kind of like the ocean. Weird. Okay. I have a glass and some melted ice. It'll be fine. And maybe I'll put the rice milk in first. So let's do that. This really would be better. Ari, thank you so much. Wished you luck on exams, of course. Best of luck to you in exams. And I have to say, I am so grateful that I'm no longer in school because I don't miss those days. And that is a reoccurring dream. I guess you'd call it a nightmare I have. I haven't had one in a long time, actually. It's like missing an exam or forgetting that there's a test and you're just like, oh no, that's... Okay, all right, that's a little bit, yeah. Okay, let's go back to making this. There's this, and now we're gonna pour this into there. Whoa, look at that. That looks like army camouflage. Maybe it'll look more matcha-like once I stir it. All right, can you see that, guys? Okay. All right, it's looking a little bit more matcha-like, although it looks kind of gray. Doesn't this look gray? Doesn't look so... Maybe it would look... No, I don't think it would look greener in regular milk. I mean, why would it? All right, so there's that. This is probably 8 ounces of rice milk. Let's give this a go. Cheers. That's terrible. Okay, so first of all, I don't know. Okay, what if I start with this? The texture's all wrong. You know, I made this with rice milk, granted. It's not rich and creamy. It's a little bit watery. I don't know, maybe it's my imagination. It feels a little bit chalky. And the taste is just terrible. It's sweet and tastes like some sort of extract. It doesn't taste like matcha at all. I'm not tasting any matcha flavor. Yeah, that's not good. That's too bad. I was disappointed. I was going to use this to make kakigori like it was suggested on the back, but I'm going to pass because I didn't like the taste of that. I think my son's downstairs. Can you hear him? Yeah, Papa's trying to keep him quiet. All right, so that's disappointing. That was disappointing. This was disappointing, which I was surprised about because I usually love Boki. This was not bad. And this one was pretty good. All right, thanks for joining me for my little matcha taste test. And I shall be back next week, either Thursday or Friday, around this time from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern time. And if you want to get a shirt, you know, I'll put that link down below. All right, you guys have a great weekend, and I shall see you soon. Take care. Bye. Bye.